The internet, such a wonderful and yet awful place for your mental health. Don't you just love how toxic it can be? No? Good, that means you're still sane and have a kind heart and you would never find entertainment in internet gossip. Please allow me to ruin that for you. Hello everyone, my name is Noe and this video is sponsored by FAKEBOOK, which is the very game I will be playing. So take my hand and come with me to a virtual world full of scandals just waiting for us to uncover. Quick warning though, the game includes some sensitive topics in its story. After all, the main reason we're doing all of this social media investigation is because of our sister. Ooh, lore time! So our sister was accused of defaming a beloved national idol, which of course, the internet being the internet, led to a lot of online harassment that she couldn't handle. So she ends up taking her own life. Our goal is to dig around and gain followers so we can expose to the world what actually happened. The build I'm currently playing is an early version of the game, so some features and translations are still in progress, but there's a scheduled release of a new version that is to be out on December 19th, which will include significant improvement, and that's also the official release of the English version of the game. Snowy, if there's not an English version yet, how come you have it? That's such a silly question. Obviously I have it because I am fancy. Jokes aside, go ahead to the game page on Steam and add FAKEBOOK to your wishlist. Finally, here's my PO box, that's my second channel, and now let's get to the gameplay. FAKEBOOK. Share your daily life and message with friends, family, and celebrities. I will befriend the famous people. Okay, so our account, deathlion777@gmail.com. Can I guess my password? I can view my password. I'll avenge my sis. Okay, so I did read a little summary. Is that the word? A little summary on the Steam page of this game. Sensitive topics. All warnings will be included by past me or future me. You know, me that's not playing the game, the me that edits it. Okay, so all the warnings will be given by editing me, not gameplay me. Hell yeah. Kitty, hi! Alright, let's log in. Welcome back, Grim Reaper. Oh my god. I am the Grim Reaper. I like that. Joy Deer, Nina Portman, New York National University of Education, Social Studies, Education Depth. In a relationship. February 18, 2001. She's older than me. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Really like the heart. Really like the heart. Alright, let's get to the gameplay. Alright, so we start off by receiving messages from Nina's account, which at first I assumed was my sister. I was wrong. Nina Portman, Joy dear. Isn't this my sister? Mom? Okay, that's my mom. Did you log in? No, don't log in. Did you log in with Nina's account? Oh, okay. So this account is my sister, but I'm talking to my mom. Never mind, I was right. Of course I was. I'm trying to delete Nina's account. How do you delete it? Mom, just leave it be. I'll take care of it. Don't mess with anything. Mom, what the hell did you just do? Yeah, so in an attempt to delete Nina's account, our mom ends up changing every single post from private to public. Mom, stop posting, Mom! Poor Nina, why? What have your sister done to deserve? Yes, I know this is a very difficult moment for the characters, but look, I just couldn't help it. The typo was very fitting and it caught me off guard. As obscure as the vibes are right now. My apologies. Okay, Mom, please, just turn it off. My poor Nina. The conversation has ended. Okay. Nina Portman, my kind old sister, had been dating Andrew Teller, who had been an idol trainee since high school for 5 years. Shut up, Jae-young, I'm trying to read things. After years of unwavering support, Andrew finally debuted as the leader of Leon 5 and rose to national stardom. That's a hard word. I'm just a girl. But in the end, the two broke up. Not long after, however, someone submitted a photo of Andrew at a hotel to Leo, the fan page of Leon 5. Let me guess, they are assuming it's my sister. That's so evil. What's this? Okay, this achievements, settings. Ooh, I'm gonna type a memo. I love TheSnowyRaven and Smokey B and B_peanut butter. I'm sorry, peanut. Yes. Hooray. Okay, I'm gonna check the post first. I'm gonna check the posts first. It's so hard to speak, oh my god. At 12 a.m. on August 30, 2024, I regret to inform you that my sister has passed away. Deceased Nina Portman, Funeral Hall, White Flint University Hospital Funeral Home. Burial at 5 a.m. on September 2. Pretty flower. Thank you for trusting and believing in me despite my faults. You were my light during the 5 years we shared. I guess that light of yours will have to shine on others who need it most, right? I always knew what day would come, but I latched onto you, being the selfish person I was. I'm so sorry. I'll cheer for you with with all my heart as a fan. Thank you. Okay, this right here is the post that led to where we are right now. People saw a post about Andrew that was submitted anonymously and everyone assumed it was Nina. And let me tell you, these comments here, they are nothing more than a family reunion of the absolute scum of society. I mean it, you've got a whole menu to choose from. For starters, for example, we have a guy who shouldn't be allowed to be a lawyer, and yet here he is. I could make up a better story than this. There's too many people like you trying to get attention. It's our job to educate the likes of you. Black Lion, you cannot even afford an artist. I can literally put you behind bars. Wait, no, I'll make you wish you were dead. I don't think that's the right way to go about things as a lawyer or any decent person. But then again, you don't look like a decent person. Then for the salad, we have a general mocking quote, you know, nothing too fancy. You were my light amo. Gabriel, can you shut the f up? Your profile is just pitch dark black. It reflects on your soul, which is empty and there's no light. Shut up, you're just jealous. Now for the main course, we have Yeti Witch, accompanied by a classic go kill yourself. I have spiritual powers and I've been cursing you to die since a while ago, so you'll die in a few months. Karma will get back to you. You're disgusting. I wish you would get hit by a truck and die. Bro. I think this is enough for you to get the picture, but I have to say, Sasasa was on a roll. You dated Andrew? Oh, well, how would he date someone as ugly as you? Sasasa, you don't even have your profile picture on. Can you please just shut up? Where is the ugly? Is the ugly in the room with us? Because I don't see it. Okay, I think this is enough toxic comments for now. So back to Nina, the rest of her posts are actually quite normal. Some interactions in the comments even give hints that she did in fact date that idol at some point. And River, me like, who did you go with? Aren't people starting to recognize him now? I wish, but no. You're gorgeous. You could totally be an influencer. Someone else needs to be an influencer, not me. The guy, the famous idol. You two look great together. I mean, they do look great together, but they look kind of artificial, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, you'll notice that many images in this game come from the use of generative AI, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Look, it's an indie game, models can be expensive, but still, I'm all for human art, so I really hope the game reaches a point in support that makes it easier for them to contact some artists. So with all of that in mind, I want you to know that part of my paycheck here from the sponsorship will be used to commission artists, and the same goes for any YouTube revenue I get from this video. So please, if you're an artist, hit my DMs on social media and don't forget to share your work in the comments. You must be a goddess. How are you so pretty? Oh my god, Kitty, hi! We've seen basically everything on Nina's profile, so it's now time to actually check what Jaeyoung has to say. Hey Joy, did the funeral go well? I see there's a new post on Nina's feed. Mom went in to delete her account, but ended up seeing everything. Yeah, she released it to the world. Nina was so kind to me. I used to go to her house in elementary, and she'd buy pizza for us with her own allowance, remember? And what did those people do to her? Yeah, right. What has she done to deserve death? Absolutely nothing. The people are way too cruel. Nina did not deserve what happened to her, so it's now our duty to bring justice. How are we gonna do that? Excellent question. Well, the plan is actually very simple. We're gonna make a clickbait account, search for controversies, solve problems, and then make posts about our little investigations so we can gain followers. And once we have enough people to listen, we'll tell our sister's story. Jaeyoung even says that he'll promote us on his account because he's an influencer. In theory, that sounds great and all, but bro only has 32 followers. You don't look like an influencer, let me... Bro, you have 32 followers. Bro, Dad, look at my feed. I found an interesting account while browsing around FAKEBOOK, Deaf Lion. It's a new clickbaiter. Apparently, they take on any request. I think I'll follow them and see. Click on my name or profile picture and you enter my feed. Just did that, bro. I'm not that slow. Look at the latest post uploaded at the top. Jaeyoung, please tell them about the follower account. You have fewer followers than I expected, right? I don't think you're that aware. 32 people is a lot. How many friends do you have? You don't have any besides me. I know he's trying to help, but still, he made it sound like he was the big deal, which is not the case. Clearly not. Well, in any case, Jaeyoung teaches us how to use a very important feature, which is highlighting. Basically, when we're looking for a specific piece of information and we find it somewhere, we highlight it so we can add that to our clues. Awesome. When you find information someone's looking for, you can highlight it like that. Anyway, since I've promoted your post, people who notice will soon slide in DMs. One of the 32 people, right? Looks like me and your sister are included in the 32 followers. For now, try to get used to the FAKEBOOK vibe. But of course, before we get into taking requests and investigating stuff, I took my sweet time to look around FAKEBOOK because I believe being nosy is very fun. I don't want to work, you get paid to work. Oh my god, I know them. It's the actual devs. Nice. Create an AI business. Hi, I'd like to make a request. Yes, please, go ahead. I take a request. They call me, the Snowy, the Sherlock, Raven Holmes. Alright, we have our first client. Chloe here fell in love with a guy she knows absolutely nothing about. And instead of talking to him like a normal person would, she wants us to find his FAKEBOOK account and tell everything we can find out about him. In other words, Chloe should be going after the services of a therapist, not a clickbaiter. But who am I to judge? Do you also look into people's private life? Private life? Oh my god, what? This song. There's this part-time cafe worker in our town and he's so cute. I can tell you how good he looks. When I think of him, I just can't. So cute. Man, please calm the fuck down. So, I don't think it's right to look into the private life of an ordinary person. Look, you wanna avenge your sister? You gotta get your hands dirty. I'm sorry. You're gonna turn into the very thing that killed your sister. I can see it. I can see it happening. I'm losing my mind over him. You gotta help me, please. I might die if you don't help me. Alright, Van, you're gonna die. Alright, I'll look into his name first. Chloe told me the cafe she saw her crush, and I immediately went to check the profile. To no one's surprise, there's a picture of a barista there and a comment that points out that someone was asking about him in one of those anonymous pages where you ask random stuff. I mean, not exactly random stuff, you know, random stuff about a certain place, city. You know what I mean, one of those. Wait, isn't he the one who was asked about in Synonym? Ooh, Westbridge Anonymous. Haven't you found him at? Calm the fuck down, girl. Bro, I'm doing it. The guy working part-time at Wonder Coffee Beans on Sundays. Does he have a girlfriend? Anonymous, please. David Neeson. This is him. Found him. Alright, we found the guy. David Neeson. Fortunately for Chloe, his bio says single since birth. Unfortunately for Neeson, I gave her that information. Good luck, pal. She's crazy. Hey, you have the account? You could start checking it yourself, you know, you lazy fuck. Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead and check his profile. You really are the best at collecting info. I just started. Another request, please. What is it this time? What is it that you can do? I want to know what he likes. He likes to play games. Just go and check his goddamn account. You have a name. I guess that's what you get for offering a hand. People will always get greedy and want a whole arm. Well, to stalking I go. First things first, she wants to know his favorite game, which she could easily find out by just checking the goddamn profile. Favorite game? Maple Story. Favorite sport? Favorite animal? Favorite woman? Stop, Chloe, you're going too far. You're crazy, you're talking to yourself. Just a moment and please calm down. Oh, sorry, did I get ahead of myself? Yes. First of all, I like guys who play video games. Please find out what game he likes. It's literally here. Okay, I'm gonna sum it up before I actually develop some sort of hatred towards my first client. His favorite game is Maple Story. He likes baseball. Oh my fucking god, we're meant to be together. More. Tell me more. Oh my god, more. Girl, can you calm down? Dig it up and feed me. Can you shut up, girl? And he has a pet dog named Potato. Hold on. He doesn't have a lot of female friends, does he? Hope he didn't go to the baseball game with a girl. Could you check if he has any girls trying to flirt with him? I'll get rid of those thoughts myself. Girl, calm down. He's not yours. He's his own person. This last request actually improved my mood in ways you wouldn't understand. Because while it's something only a very paranoid person would worry about, the things I found out brought me indescribable joy. Okay, who is this Catherine? Potato is here. David Neeson actually has a girlfriend. And though I pity this woman for having such a crappy partner, Chloe's misery is my source of happiness. Read his feed like your life depends on it. Check the account of his friends who left comments, girl. I have news. I just found something. What? What heart-racing news do you have for me? As you can probably imagine, I delivered the news to Chloe in a very professional manner, and she received the news in a very professional way. Apparently, it was a secret relationship, and I just found out. Can't be true. 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 Girl, shut the fuck up. You're annoying me. Conversation has ended great. Just like I said, indescribable joy. My voice was neutral, but oh was my heart smiling. I'm gonna publish this and then I'll read it. You gain more followers. People love a good gossip. Mother Coffee Beans in Westbridge. Did you know about the handsome and famous Sunday part-timer David Neeson? Unfortunately, it was revealed by me, the rookie clickbaiter Daft Lion, that he has been sharing a romance thicker than coffee with a cafe owner. I'll admit I didn't pay attention to that detail. So, power dynamics, huh? Scandalous. Hey, up for some clickbait? Always. Our second client is Paul Richardson, who wants us to find who stole his girlfriend's teddy bear. Now, this here is a way more interesting case than finding a silly crush. She really loved the thing, so she's crying and throwing a fit. She won't even answer my DMs. Damn, she's going feral. I get her though. If someone stole one of my plushies, I'd be so sad. I take plushies very seriously, so to me, this is basically a kidnapping case. Here's our victim, by the way. Yes, very whimsical, I know. Well, allow me to share with you my investigation process. I went on Paul's profile to find his girlfriend account, who is named Regina Gorge. A very familiar name, but maybe it's just a coincidence, right? Well, I found her high school profile and a post asking about the lost teddy bear. Apparently, our main suspects are Regina's roommates, and I have no idea who they are. But of course, that's not a problem because I am literally amazing. Boom! I checked another high school post, and in its comments, I found one of the roommates, Janice. And on Janice's profile, I found another roommate, Catherine. Now, on Catherine's profile, I didn't find anything useful. But after a bit of digging through the comments on Regina's post, I found Amelia, who made a post about Rule 403, and it had a comment from Katie, who says she's roommates with Janice. Yes, everything is connected. Now, Katie here seems to really love plushies, but there was no sign of Regina's teddy bear on her profile. Still, following my amazing intuition, after a good amount of looking in the wrong places, of course, I checked the profile of Gretchen, who had made a comment on one of Katie's posts. And guess what I found on Gretchen's feed? A single post with a picture of a cat in Katie's house. But there was someone else in the photo. The missing teddy bear. Final conclusions, Katie is a goddamn criminal, and the character names are definitely a reference to Mean Girls, I'm pretty sure. More followers, great. Followers, I love followers. Camp Rock High School theft incident. A theft incident occurred out of jealousy towards the female student influencer Regina Gorge at Camp Rock High School in New York, New Jersey. The culprit was her roommate. With the Deathline's meticulous search, the stolen tiny head teddy bear photos was found in the feed, leading to the arrest. Arrest? Yeah, it looks like I actually got someone arrested over a teddy bear. Good, that means that justice was rightfully served. Great job, Snowy. Thank you, Snowy. My next client was Emily Richards, and I'm not proud to admit that I couldn't solve her request for this video. Emily wants me to find the number of her crush. She knows his name and account, but she was blocked because the guy thought she was a scammer, which is kind of fair because she only has one post and it's the same photo as her profile picture. It's cold. You only have one post. I would be scared too. I would think you're like a scammer. But at the same time, I'm surprised that her crush was careful. Why is that, you ask me? Well, because looking at his profile, he is a gambler. Third place in the lottery. This is the love of your life. He's a gambler. Hey, you're really my type. Could you please read my DM? Romance scammer, I'm broke as hell, get lost. I'm not, you gotta believe me. AI is truly taking over. Apparently, he's okay with falling for the money scam, but he draws the line at the love scam. To each their own, I guess. I looked through his profile and the profile of people who commented on his post and the profile of people who commented on the post of those profiles, but I couldn't find anything. Let me check Chad. Oh my god, you're so ugly, sorry. Truly the most attractive in our school. Boy, I don't want to know who's the least attractive. I spent a solid 20 minutes looking, so I left the game at some point to try and clear my mind. Oh god, I need to clear my mind for a bit. Once I logged back in, I had a new request, so bye-bye Emily, best of luck to you. Wait, the devs of the game reached out and informed me that the clue for this request isn't in the comments or anyone's profile. It's actually on one of those ads we see on the top right corner of the page. I am actually surprised to find out that FAKEBOOK provides clues not only through posts and comments, but also through photos and even advertisements. Every element within the in-game environment can become part of our investigation and gameplay. With every request you take, the cases get larger and larger. I mean, the devs even gave me a spoiler here that we start from, oh, let's find the teddy bear, to corporate corruption. Very reality-like, by the way. I am thrilled. Okay, I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry. Let's get to our final request, shall we? Mighty fine day. I'm called Billy Coastygun. Okay, it's time for Sum It Up, Detective Snowy. Billy is a boomer, barely knows how to use social media. He wants our help because he thinks his wife is cheating on him with someone from his hiking club. We have to find out where she was and who she was with during Arbor Day. Sounds simple, yes, but it's actually quite the challenge when your client is like this. Hilltop Rambler's the name. That doesn't help, sir. I need the at. What the heck is that symbol? How do you put it in? Press shift and he's gonna ask. He's so gonna ask what's a shift. Shift what? Forget about it. Okay, his wife's name is Madeline, and I found her account by checking the comments on Billy's profile. On Arbor Day, she was watching the sunset. On her profile, I found a comment from Micah Berry, who was having barbecue on Arbor Day. But he's not a suspect because Billy was there having barbecue with him. Well, Mr. Costigan managed to send me the hiker's account and said that on Arbor Day, the Hilltop Ramblers had a big dinner party. I found a post about that, and there was a comment saying that Madeline disappeared with some guy named Colin. I passed that information to Billy, and instead of waiting for me to bring more stuff, he called the guy and cursed his whole bloodline. Unfortunately, Colin is not having an affair with Madeline. I mean, that's very fortunately, that's very good, no cheating is great. But I mean, that's bad he just got cursed at for no reason. What happened is that Colin did live with Madeline, but he went straight to his wife because it was their wedding anniversary, and there's proof of that on his profile. Suddenly, Colin says that the guy who runs the Bald Mountain restaurant has a secret room for snuggling, which one can only assume that's a code word for sex. Even Billy said so, but no, it's actually for playing saxophones. Absolute plot twist. Okay, back to the main point of the story. Who the hell is having an affair with Madeline then? Well, Colin's son, whose name is Frank, gave Madeline a ride because they were going the same way. So I looked up until I found Frank's profile, and there was a post on Arbor's Day. To make my job easier, Frank sent me a DM. I accused him of having an affair with Madeline, and he basically went, well, you have no proof, joke's on you. Actually, joke's on him, because I immediately recalled that I saw a picture of a plate of stir fry on Madeline's profile. Can you guess what was also on Frank's profile? That's right, the picture of a stir fry plate. I am amazing, I am the best detective to ever exist, and I am also overwhelmed by knowledge. My brain is going to explode. I need to lie down. Bigger and more impactful events await later in the game, so don't you dare forget to add FAKEBOOK to your wishlist. TheSnowyRaven out!